Hello, this is Matt Pie from the YouTube channel Matt Pie Rants and Reviews. Today's podcast is going to be about the Disney animated package film, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad from 1949. The cast and characters are J. Thaddeus Toad from The One in the Willows, who is played by Eric Blore, and Ichabod Crane from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving, is played by Bing Crosby. The positives of the first segment, which is The Wind in the Willows, is that there's a lot of color to it. In the beginning, there's a lot of color. There's a lot of slapstick involved. There's some humor in there a little bit. There's some only one good song in there. Just Merrily on Our Way to Nowhere. And it was a pretty good segment. And I think Eric Blore did a very amazing job playing Mr. Toad, because he, I think, captured the goofiness, the silliness, and the obsession that Toad has with motor cars very well in the film. The negatives on that segment is that I felt it was the courtroom scene was a bit too rushed. It was too rushed, too fast paced. It could have, built up to where you're like, okay, is Toad guilty? Is Toad not guilty? It could have been more, it could have been more than that. But, hey, it was in the 40s, so who really cares? And was it a powerful performance in the Wind in the Willows segment? Yes. I'll just say that, yes. Yes, because there's a lot of fun, a lot of slapstick, really great visuals going on, and, all that good stuff. Are there other versions of Wind in the Willows? Yes, there are tons of other versions. Would I recommend watching this segment? Yes, I would. If you really like it, yes. If you don't know, that's fine. Now on to the next segment, which is the Legend of Sleepy Hollow segment. And the cast and characters for that would be probably one person, actually. Bing Crosby, who voices Ichabod Crane, Brom Bones, and the Headless Horseman as well. He did a very good job with that. The positives of that segment is that A, you have a lot of color, B, you have slapstick comedy, and thirdly, you get that darker aspect, tone of the story towards the Halloween party. You get all of that, and it really blends in so well. So, was it a powerful performance? I'm gonna say this in two parts. First being no, with Ichabod, because Ichabod, at first you feel sorry for him, and then after a while, he's like a totally money obsessed jerk who, doesn't care about Katrina and only about her beauty and her wealth. It's all he cares about. There's a scene explaining that in both the book and the film. And I think that captures what Ichabod really thinks inside. And I'm gonna say yes, for the second part because come the Halloween party, Ron Bones, he really taps into Ichabod's fears. Ghosts, goblins, witches, he really taps into that superstition because there's a scene where Ichabod does a certain gesture, and Ron Bones oversees that, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna scare the crap out of them, and there's some songs in there, but probably my favorite song in there would be the Headless Horseman song. Really good song, really spooky. Then come the Headless Horseman scene. For little kids watching out there, I'm just gonna say it's a bit frightening at first, but once you get used to it and be watching it over and over again, little clips of it, then you won't be as afraid to watch it, again. But I will say that it was a very, very, very powerful scene when the horseman just comes out of the shadows. Like you never expected, a ghost like that to come out and chase Ichabod into oblivion, which was very, very powerful. And a fun fact is that out of all of the Disney villains, like from the wicked Queen, the stepmother, Cruella de Vil, all these other villains that came after, even before or after the Horsemen, never won their battles, ever. But the Horseman did. He was the only, and I mean only, Disney villain to ever win against a protagonist. So, kudos to him. Speaking of other versions, there's the 1999 film version with Johnny Depp. It's called Sleepy Hollow. It's more. It's to where Ichabod is not a school teacher; he's a constable. And you get more backstory on the Horsemen than you do in the animated film, which I really, really enjoyed. So you get why he's doing this, why he's, cutting people's heads off, all that gory stuff. So, on the Magpie scale, I would rate the first segment, which is the one in the Willows, 8 out of 10. Because sometimes there are some good scenes that you really like, and there's some scenes that you just want to skip over, towards the climax. And for the second segment, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, I would rank that a 9 out of 10. Partially on Ichabod's part, because they sort of turned him into a greedy jerk, per se. And he really, I think it wasn't the right characteristic for Ichabod, but, yeah, so, this is the end of my Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad Package Film 1949 podcast, and I will see all of you amazing people later, and peace out and goodbye.